evening, cricket fans, and welcome back to the 2026 Emirates D10, match number 20, the final fixture of the night, and it's going to be a cracker as we have Sharjah taking on Fujairah. The young side of Fujairah will be looking for a significant victory. Sharjah will be looking to maintain their winning form. No time to lose. Let's head to the sidelines for the coin flip.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for match number 20 of the Emirates D10 2026. And once again, it's two very good teams going head-to-heads once again. And it's going to be Team Fujairah taking on Team Sharjah. And to my left, I've got the men that matter. Captain Madav Manoj, captain of Fujairah, along with captain of Sharjah, Mr. Vriitya Aravind, along with our match official, Mr. Afzal Sher Khan. And it's going to be Mr. Madav Manoj who will be flipping the coin. Tails is the call. And it's a heads. Madhav, congratulations. You won the toss. What have you decided to do?
We're going to ball first.
Any particular reason behind that?
We are expecting a bit of dew later on to the second innings, so I think it'll be better if we ball first. So yeah.
What are your plans going ahead?
Obviously, we know Sharjah is a strong team, so anything that we'll try to defend them around 100, 110, and that's something that we can chase. Yeah.
Well, you've been in very good form yourself. How's the timing going on here?
Yeah, it feels good hitting the ball clean. So yeah, hopefully today as well I can do that. Yeah.
Brilliant. I wish you all the very best and go well for the game. Vriitya, you've lost the toss, but what would have you done had you won it?
We would choose. We're going to bat first anyway, so happy days.
Well, you guys have been on the up recently, have been performing extremely well. How's your playing 11 today?
We got a similar team. I think we got a couple changes, but it's who rocks up they play because we don't really get 15 players there. So yeah.
So what do you think is a good score here?
I think 120, 115 would be good. Anything over that is a bonus, so we look to get around that.
Well, I wish you all the very best and go well.
Thank you so much.
Well, so there you go. Team Fujairah have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
Thank you very much, Atiq Nizam. So there you have it. Fujairah won the toss and elected to bowl first. So let's take a look at the Sharjah lineup. We've got Vriitya Aravind, Mohammad Nafiz Khalid Shah, Mohammad Halan, Sanjay Pahal, Ataur Rahman Mangal, Keshav Sharma, Irfan Yusufzai, Ayan Afzal Khan, Wasim Akram, and the leg spinner Ibrahim Masood. So a very, very strong Sharjah side indeed, on paper and in the field. Taking a look at the Fujairah boys, you've got Syed Zainullah back in the playing 11, Noorullah Ayubi, Ali Asghar Shams, Madav Manoj, of course the skipper, Mohammad Rayan, Anas Malik, Ahmed Khudadad, Samir Chand, the fast bowler, the left arm seamer, Mustafa Hassan Ali, the glove man, Mohammad Umar Faisal, the leg spinner, and Mohammad Mohsin, the speedster, comes back into the side to just bolster the fast bowling resources. So should be quite an intriguing late evening fixture here at the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Absolutely pristine outfield, very good batting wicket, and our two match officials, Mr. Sunij on the left of your screen and Mr. Mohammad Kashif alongside him. So expecting some fireworks similar to the previous match we just witnessed. And let's hope for an entertaining game. Pranav Mehta alongside me in the comm box. Good evening and welcome back.
A very good evening to you, Ahmed. Such an honor to be here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Every time that you see a game of cricket here at Sharjah, you'll always have nerves because it's always entertainment on offer.
Well, absolutely. I think at times we commentators take it for granted. It's such an honor and a privilege granted to us by the Emirates Cricket Board, by Sharjah Cricket themselves, to allow us to sit in the comm box, enjoy these brilliant cricketers competing in this D series, and certainly hoping for that to continue for a fair while. Fingers crossed. Meanwhile, we have the Fujairah boys emerging out in the middle. Young, exciting side. Things have not quite gone their way in the D10, but every new game is a brand new opportunity for glory and for success.
Certainly, they're growing by the day. And that is what you expect from somebody that has early days in this game of cricket. Certainly learning from the best. And every opponent that they're facing is at its peak. And that's where I think these are going to be great days for a team like Fujairah.
Absolutely, the competition is relentless. You're rubbing shoulders with the best of the best in the UAE. A lot of these boys are in the under-19 setup or just graduated from it. So So they're just looking to take that next step in their cricketing career. And of course, the ultimate dream is to represent the country. Of course, the World Cup announcement was made for the 15-man squad. A massive congratulations to all the boys who have been selected for the marquee event that starts on the 7th of February. Our best wishes with them, Mohammad Wasim and co. And hopefully they can bring further glory and further honor to the cricketing fraternity here in the UAE. Nothing is impossible. Dreams are there to be fulfilled. And you have to dream big to go big.
Certainly, and the most important part is that in the 20-over format, anything is possible. We've seen that in that tournament in UAE where the minnows put the giants on test. Oman had a great game against India. UAE had a lot of good games. And that is where the expectations are at its peak into the World Cup.
Well, absolutely. We saw Zimbabwe defeating an ODI World Cup champion side like Australia in the first ever edition of the T20 World Cup. We saw USA roll over Pakistan in 2024. So well and truly, anything is possible at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Meanwhile, let's shift our focus to the action here at the D10. We've got Mohammad Sameer Chand ready to go with the new ball from the Bukhatir end, left arm seamer. And it's going to be the champion, Vriitya Aravind, opening the innings and facing the first ball. Attempted Yorker, taken on the full. Gentle push out into the covers. And what about your Oman boys? Of course, they are part of the World Cup proper as well. A huge opportunity for them to create some national glory.
Certainly. One thing that is a big advantage for a team like Oman is that they are going to be playing their games in Sri Lanka. Spinning conditions. And when you talk about spin, I think Oman is one of those premium sides in the Asian cricket and in the world cricket. They love it when the ball turns.
Certainly will be in the game. Once again, just dipping into Vriitya Aravind, cramping him for room. Always looking to back away and access the offside. And of course, Jitendra Singh, Mohammad Nadeem, Amir Kaleem, Hamad Mirza, watch out for him. He was very, very eye-catching with his few knocks that I witnessed live here at the Asia Cup. He has a big future ahead of him.
Certainly. They're a very destructive side. Full toss, high. Not high enough is what I feel on the first look. This is going to be a game to watch out for because Vriitya Aravind is also making a name for himself, and I just feel that it's only a matter of time that he's going to be there at the highest level. He's already done well at the highest level, but I think that it's only a matter of time that he's going to be consistently there.
Yeah, already the highest run getter in ODIs for UAE at this very tender age. The world is his oyster, no doubt about it. Oh, cracked over point. That is sensational from Vriitya. And he opens his account with a typical boundary.
This is something that is special about Vriitya Aravind. Likes to play 360 all around the ground. Moves the left leg out of the equation and throws the kitchen sink at it. Never look to keep it down, and that's where it was special. No chance for the player at third. Vriitya Aravind, he's a special player. Watch out for him.
Oh, he's got style, he's got class, he's got panache. He's an entertainer, he's a match winner. You can run out of superlatives when you're describing Vriitya Aravind at his best. Mohammad Sameer, well, he just needs to stick to that foolish length. It was working well for him. Just getting away from the plan and paying the price. Still been a pretty tidy over. Oh, just opened up his stance on that occasion. Chance for a run out at the non-striker's end as well. Ali Asghar Shams, he is razor sharp in the field, but they will pick up a single.
Very quick between the wickets. Vriitya Aravind never in any kind of trouble. And the technique spot on, dragging his bat, and that's what a youngster wants to see. Decent over in the context of the game. 5 runs from it, just a ball to spare.
Yeah, perfectly acceptable. Remember, 2 overs of mandatory power play. Then you have the floating Third power play over as an option needs to be availed before the final over. Mohammad Nafis. Driven and in the gap. Beautifully put away by the teenager for 4.
Very ordinary. Very ordinary from the likes of Samir. Yes, it was a full toss, but it still had to be put away. End of over number 1, 9 without losing a wicket.
Mohammad Mohsin, right arm speedster. High quality performer. Oh, a hint of away shape on that one. Usually bowls that in dipper as a stock delivery. So certainly caught Vriitya Aravind by surprise on that one. But the line was wayward.
One thing that I expect the youngsters of Fujairah to catch up in this tournament, especially in a tournament like this, is the technique, the concepts behind the game of cricket, the way to execute them, the strategical advantage from the seniors.
Oh, Vriitya Aravind, that is outrageously good. Off the back foot, over mid off for 6. Wow.
Every time that the ball is full, because his left leg is out of equation, he might be in trouble. But if you miss the length, you can be punished just like this. Mohsin will learn very quickly that you need to be absolutely spot on. The advantage of having the left leg out of the equation allows a free flow of the bat through the line, and that's where Vriitya Aravind is so good. Very easy on the eyes.
Unbelievable shot. Oh, just kept a touch low. I think it's missed. That thigh guard there and between the kneecap and the thigh guard. And could be nasty. It seems to be okay, thankfully. Thudded into it. And Mohammad Mohsin, he can really rev up the speedometer. Bowls around 135, 136 clicks on a good day. So you need to be wary.
Ahmed, are you a big fan of that open stance? Very, very innovative. It can be very effective, but on days like that, your back leg can't do much about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes sense for the left arm seamers. But against a right armer, you just need to be careful of just getting squared up if the ball is nipping off the surface. He's flicked it. And it will travel into the Sachin Tendulkar stand. Make that 6 more.
What an incredible shot. For a moment, I thought that he was in a little bit of a trouble trying to replicate the previous delivery Mohsin. Probably a little shorter than what he would have wanted. Using his pace, Vriitya Aravind, such a star he is. Once he gets underneath it, the ball is always going to be travelling.
Perhaps Vriitya Arvind's finest hour was in your neck of the woods. That 80 odd he got against Qatar to secure the qualification for the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. If I'm not wrong, maybe my memory is deceiving me, but that was truly one of the all-time great innings by a UAE batter. And well, Vriitya Aravind, champion performer, 17 of 8 already. Mohammad Mohsin has been taken for a ride and then some. Oh, just pinged over the covers. One bounce. Vriitya Aravind dictating terms.
What an incredible shot. Once again, the left leg out of the equation and throws the kitchen sink at it. Once again, using the pace of the pacer. Nothing much that Mohsin can do about it. It's a decent delivery, but the quality of Vriitya Aravind, just a special one. I think this is just bounced before the boundary line. What a performer. Vriitya Aravind. It was not 80 odd, I think it was a century. He got 100 in that tournament. I was calling the shots and I was in that state of awe. Unbelievable. Such a young kid coming from the ranks of under 19, and he was inside out on this occasion. Lot of air. Will just be good enough to get over the ropes. He's unstoppable at the moment, Vriitya Aravind, and he's in a little bit of a hurry.
Well, he's come out there with a clear game plan. He's going to go after the Fujairah bowling. Just checked his shot to time it. And that's what paid off for him. Could have easily tried to overhit it and miscue, but just kept his shape. 21 runs looted off the second power play over. Mohammad Mohsin looking a bit like a deer in front of headlights at the moment. This is incredible batting. Take that! Driven off the back foot, cover drive, into the fence once more.
Under lights here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, the ball comes onto the bat, and Vriitya Aravind is destroying Fujairah at the moment. 2 overs done, 34 without losing a wicket. Sharjah cruising here.
Phenomenal start provided by Vriitya Aravind. He is on song tonight. Ali Asghar Shams, left arm spinner coming into the game. They have not taken the floating power play just yet. I'm not sure why they're holding back though. And Hafiz very smartly just feeding the beast. Vriitya Aravind going at almost a strike rate of 300. He's peppering the boundaries at will. Run rate above 16. Incredible. Oh, excellent delivery. Yorked him. He was opening up to perhaps ramp that over his left shoulder towards that fine region. Ali Asghar Shams, another very fine bowler, under 19 product of the UAE. Terrific competitor. Vritya's got his dancing shoes on. And that is a sensational hit. Perhaps the shot of the night.
Unstoppable Vriitya Aravind. Dancing down to the pitch of the ball. Not able to reach the pitch, but still good enough to go inside out. Holding on to his shape. One of the tougher shots in the game of cricket. And Vriitya Aravind has executed it to perfection.
Unbelievable ball striking. And these are proper cricketing strokes. No slogs, no heaves, no swipes. It's just class through and through. And like you mentioned, he seems like he has all the time in the world.
And you'd love to listen the sound of the bat, when he strikes the ball. Any ball that he faces, even if it's that single to long off, as sweet as it can get.
Good looking punch coming in from Nafiz. There is a deep extra all along the carpet. So it's a good combo they have going for them right now, Sharjah. Fire and ice. And mighty effective. Fujairah, they haven't done much wrong, to be fair. It's just been the sheer quality on display from the Sharjah batters. Sizzling boundary once more. To the left of that deep extra cover. Vriitya Aravind is unstoppable.
Unbelievable striking. Vriitya Aravind. 3 overs done. 47 on the board already. They haven't lost a wicket. Sharjah cruising.
So Nurullah Ayubi, young all-rounder, another under-19 graduate, played really well yesterday. Got 70 odd to his name as Fujairah got their sole victory in the Emirates D10 this season. Pretty useful seamer as well. Tall lad, hits the seam. Can get that ball to nibble around. Oh, inside edge, there was that seam movement. Nafis was shaping up for a booming square drive. Was caught unawares.
He's still striking close to 200. But that striking capability of Vriitya Aravind has taken all the attention.
Oh yes, Vriitya Aravind. The spotlight is on him, whether he likes it or not. Well, that one barely got through to the keeper. Yeah, it was beyond the tram line. But as much as you would like to protest, Mr. Nurullah, the umpire's decision is final.
You really feel for the bowlers, nothing much that they can do, especially when you're up against a class of Vriitya Aravind, and then the rules in favor of the batter as well.
Oh, it's a batter's game, no doubt about it. Especially D10, it's an unforgiving format. Oh, that was a bit too fanciful on that occasion. Plus, it was the slower delivery, hence couldn't get that momentum. In fact, couldn't connect on that shot.
Very interesting field, and that's the exact reason why Vriitya Aravind is looking to go towards the deep square leg, because there isn't one.
They're trying to man the positions in front of the wicket. Well, Nurullah, you're just prolonging your own misery here, my friend, by bowling these relentless wides. 50 up for Sharjah in just 3.2 overs.
This is much better. Deep point comes inside the circle. Now it's going to be the traditional field. Square leg falls back to deep square leg, and that's where ample protection for Nurullah to go towards the stumps.
And needs to bowl a lot straighter for sure. Well, something is going wrong in his delivery stride, because he just cannot seem to bowl or pitch the ball straight enough at the moment. One wide after the other, not usually like him, just seems to be falling away in his action.
Ahmed, what I really feel that in this format of D10, what you need to be doing is you need to attack the stumps a lot more. In trying to survive, you're bowling wide of the stumps, and that's where it's way too defensive.
Flicked away behind square, but there is a long leg in position. Well, finally he gets it right. Hint of shape on that one, a bit of in-dip from Nurullah. So he certainly has the skill to move the ball in the air.
They need a wicket, and they need the wicket of Vriitya Aravind. Can Nurullah produce a gem of a delivery? At the moment it is Nafis on strike.
Well, that got to him in installments. Chance for a run out at the non-striker's end. It was Vriitya who had come halfway down the pitch. Thankfully, managed to turn around in time. Well, that was one way to produce a wicket via run out.
Oh, I was just about to say that on the previous delivery. They wouldn't mind a run out. They'll take it with two hands. The kind of striking which Vriitya Aravind is providing. Shorter delivery, trying to reach it at the moment. Nurullah is happy and content with his slower deliveries, even though extras on offer.
Yeah, his radar has gone haywire here, all over the shop. 1, 2, 3, 4 wides in the over so far. That overs timeline is pretty extended at the moment. Not helping your own cause. But that's the kind of effect Vriitya Aravind can have on the opposition's bowlers. They look mentally perturbed. Pace off. Well, Mohammad Hafiz is still willing to go hard at the ball, even though 80% of them have been slower deliveries.
Oh, I really wanted to say 100% because everything coming from Nurullah's arm. He doesn't want to provide pace. I think now is when He should provide one to Vriitya Aravind.
Oh, it was pace on, spot on. And he did get him to miscue. So in the end, after all his toils, he's only conceded 8 runs. So well done. 55 for no loss. Some leg spin coming into the game. Young Omar Faisal has a decent action, puts some revs on the ball, bowls it really slow in the air. And we know Vriitya Aravind is hell bent on leaping out of his crease and launching it towards wideish long off extra. So young Umar will need to be careful here. There he goes. But it's a miscue and it will pay off. A first ball wicket for Umar Faisal. And he is absolutely cock-a-hoop. A big celebration coming in from the youngster. And why not? It's Vriitya Aravind.
Big wicket. Very, very big wicket in the context of the game. Slow. Not able to reach the pitch of the ball. Once again, Vriitya Aravind, but still continued with the shot. Don't think that Ryan would have ever missed on that opportunity. It is a prize wicket of Vriitya Aravind, who was looking so good. 42 of just 19 deliveries, a strike rate of 221, 3 sixes and 5 fours. Vriitya Aravind was looking ecstatic while he lasted. First wicket down for Sharjah.
So in comes the skipper, Khalid Shah. Hard-hitting left-hander. He's been in good form. Couple of player of the match performances in the recent match days. So he's found his touch. He's found his range at the Emirates D10. But an inspired bowling change. Full marks to Madav Manoj. Young Omar Faisal has had to bide his time for his opportunities and he seized them. And he will certainly remember getting Vriitya Aravind out at the D10 for a long, long time. 3 men deep on the onside. It is the shorter boundary for Khalid Shah. Thrashed away towards deep cover. Nice fielding by Zainullah to keep it to a single. That's what they can always do, this young side in the field. Be sharp, cut the ones and twos.
Certainly, you need to hold on to your opportunities. They've done that splendidly with Vriitya Aravind. They need another couple of wickets to get back in the game. Yes, 1 wicket down, Sharjah, but 56 on the board. Just around the 4th over mark, I think they're still cruising.
Yeah, I certainly need to get the likes of Khalid Shah early as well. Dangerous customer. Oh, it's towards long on and great catch. Zainullah leaps up high and there he goes once again. 2 wickets in the over.
Look at that aggression. Umar is ecstatic. He's unstoppable at the moment. Read it well, Nafis. It was the googly. Looked to hit it with the spin, but the quality of Zain at long on to hold on to that catch. Yes, it's a wicket. That will go to Umar. But if you ask me, it's a wicket of Zain. What a wonderful moment to pick up back-to-back wickets. Nafis is going to be walking back to the dugout. 2 wickets down for Sharjah.
It's going to be Mohammad Halan coming in at number 4. Another Excellent, solid batter right in the heart of the middle order. For Sharjah, he's been in great touch. Superb player of spin. But this young boy is creating a bit of a havoc here for Sharjah. Wicket, a single, then a wicket again. And another one here, like you mentioned, Pranav, could really set Sharjah back and make it interesting. They've just not been able to get to the pitch of the ball against him, and that's his calling card. I think he read the googly on that occasion, nicely pulled away, but there is cushion in the deep.
Just needs to work on his pace. Mohammad Umar, early days for him, and that's where, on most occasions, the batter might even be able to read the direction of the turn from the wicket as well. But to have the confidence to execute the leg spinner against Vriitya Aravind and 3 googlies on the trot, respect for Mohammad Umar.
Yeah, the skill is in place. And interestingly enough, his elder brother, Faris Faisal, is also a wrist spinner, but of the left-hand variety. So, twin wristies in the family. Very fine bowler in his own right, representing the Ajman D franchise. That is a monstrous blow from Khalid Shah. High and towards the combox. Watch out.
What an incredible strike. Realizes what his mistake was, Mohammad Umar, but nothing much that he can do about it because the power of Khalid never looked to keep it down. All power. Might have not got the sweetest spot of his bat, but still good enough because of the power of Khalid. Was always going to be carrying it across. Unbelievable striking.
Yeah, Mudassir Ali and Atiq Nizam were diving for cover. Thankfully, it just fell in front of the side screen because it was in middle. But that should not deter the young man. Like you mentioned, he just needs to bowl a bit quicker in the air because he's becoming predictable. And Khalid Shah, well, picked the bones out of that one. Great strike. If they can get him though, then Fujairah will well and truly be in the game.
I think he just needs to have a quicker run up because that is where the transfer of energy is not there. If you look at the likes of Rashid Khan, as you just mentioned, perfect, spot on. New balls required? Certainly. The power of Khalid.
Yeah, he's hit it so hard, he's dented it. So our reserve umpire, Mr. Wakar, getting out there in due time. Well, it's been a fantastic day of D10 cricket. We saw the fastest half century by Israr Ahmed. Dubai once again on a roll. Abu Dhabi also got a victory earlier, but then lost out to Dubai. Emirates Reds, well, looks like their campaign is on the verge of being derailed, yet to get a victory in the tournament. And Fujairah are in the middle of a tussle with the home team, Sharjah. Wherever you are, please tune in to the Sports Eye channel on YouTube. It's non-stop thrills and spills here at the D10. 42 matches over the duration of 12 days. We will have a rest day on Sunday. I think we need it, Pranav, with the way the action is going forward at this lightning speed.
Certainly. A much needed rest day. Not just for us, but the way these players are putting in the efforts certainly deserve a rest day. All guns blazing.
I think we need a rest too. Non-stop action, 4 matches per day. The players are fair enough, but our well-being is primary. Meanwhile, a new seed for Umar Faisal to work with. Delightfully glided behind point, but there is a deep cover in position. So a successful over, 10 runs off it and 2 crucial wickets, 65 for 2 at the halfway point.
Thank you, Ahmed. And Pranav 5 was gone 65 for the loss of 2. They have lost to Vriitya and Nafis. But the good news is 2 experienced batters, Khalid Shah and Mohammad Halan, out there in the middle. And in comes Nurul Ayubi, getting ready to bowl the 6th over. And ready to roar in the com box. My fellow co-commentator Atik Nizam, welcome.
Well, thank you very much, Mudassir. Well, Sharjah off to a flying start here, 65 for 2. And it is that man who was the man of the match yesterday, Khalid Shah, on strike. Today, a slightly different role, not opening the batting for Team Sharjah. But Khalid Shah, he's such a terrific talent, isn't he? We just did witness today Vriitya Aravind promoting himself up the order. He was absolutely bludgeoning the bowlers to all parts of the park, and what a treat it was to watch, wasn't it? Certainly such a talent. Certainly deserves maybe definitely a call up to the UAE national team very soon. Vriitya Aravind, a very prolific run getter.
Had a wonderful outing. The last D20 and D10 series as well. Vriitya Aravind got plenty of runs. The same venue. Unlucky he missed the bus for T20 World Cup. What a talent he is. Just 23 years old. 2019 he made his debut in 50 over format. For UAE struck hard. Back to the bowler in pain. Nurul Ayubi. And half stop, just a single.
Oh, that's gonna hurt, I'll tell you. Nurul Ayubi, that was hit pretty hard back at him. On his follow through, he hardly had time to react. Goodness gracious, that got the base of his thumb there. I hope he's all right. But I'll tell you, Mudassir, a shot like that, I certainly am getting. I feel like I'm having some needles in my body because I had a very similar blow on myself a couple of weeks back while playing a game. Still recovering from that injury and still living those nightmares in my mind looking at that from Nurul Ayubi as well.
Give us a clarity. Which game was it?
Well, obviously, it's, we obviously play the national levels as well, so. But yeah, obviously, it's the division levels here in Dubai. So, but certainly, that was hit pretty hard, and he was very lucky to get away from the line of the ball there.
I assume you are playing book cricket. Your fingers got tired turning the pages.
Well, I've got video proof, my friend. I'll leave the rest to your imaginations. Well, 68 for 2, and good to see that Nurul Ayubi, well, the magic spray has worked. He's good to proceed. Flat batted it straight to the fielder. Well, Sharjah, they've got some momentum in their stride, isn't it? After a couple of victories in their belt in the last 2 games. Khalid Shah will certainly play a vital role as we go into the second half of the innings. He's on 8 of 4 now, along with Halan Muhammad, who's just come into bat as well. Fujairah, well, they've got their word cut out, going up against a tough team like Sharjah. Well, this is skied. Chance and catch taken. It's Zainullah who does not make a mistake. And this is a massive wicket. Khalid Shah has to walk back to the dugout. Fujairah strikes.
Beautifully bowled. Change of pace. Forced him to go for that pull shot. Not in a good shape for Khalid. A good catch taken by young Zainullah. So 8 runs for Khalid. With the help of one maximum. 68 for the loss of 3.
Ata Mangal at number 5. $68 for 3. And what an over this has turned out to be from Nurul Ayubi. Providing that big wicket of Khalid Shah and followed it up with a brilliant wide yorker. Well, 2 big fish back in the dugout here for Sharjah. Fujairah will be extremely happy with how things have panned out. Now it's about damage control, isn't it, in the last 4 overs?
Especially with those big hitters back in the hut, Khalid Shah and Vriitya Aravind. Ataur Rahman getting an opportunity way outside the off stump, an extra run. Good to see Sharjah, who dominated in the D series for majority of the tournaments, now going with youngsters. They do have the services of Vriitya, Khalid and Mohammad Halan, but most of the players are under 20 age. Oh, look at that. Beautifully, yet again, a well disguised, slower delivery. It bounced, it surprised Ataur Rahman, an easy catch taken by the wicket keeper.
Well, that was a slower bouncer bowled into the pitch. Ata Mangal, well, he was through the shot a bit too early, just only managed to get a top edge. And Mustafa, behind the stumps, well, completes an easy catch. What a brilliant over, a double wicket strike here for Nurul Ayubi. Sharjah lose wickets in heaps, 69 for 4. Umar Faisal coming into bowl his second over, and this has been smashed straight to the fielder at deep extra cover for a single. Well, new batter Sanjay Pahal, he's another class act, isn't he? He's one of the top guns here in the Sharjah lineup. When he gets going, well, he's a pleasure to watch, I'll tell you.
This will be a good battle. He loves to give that flight, goes after Umar, and just away from the reach of Zainullah. Not impressed is Umar Faisal, but off the mark with that boundary Sanjay Pahal.
Well, he's one of the cleanest hitters of the cricket ball, isn't he? Sanjay Pahal. Getting to the pitch of the ball, hitting it straight as an arrow, bisecting the fielders to perfection, and that was, yes, just inside the boundary ropes. So that will be called a boundary. There we go, the confirmation. Well, he will certainly be a very crucial cog in the wheel here, Sanjay Pahal, as we go into the death overs. He'll need to go on and make an impact here. Umar Faisal under a bit of pressure. 2 for 15 is bowled quite well. Well, that's hit hard. So another single added to the tally. So hit a boundary and rotate the strike straight away. Exactly what the doctor ordered.
A genuine wicket taker, this young lad. Got the technique of getting those big wickets, the right time. Got a couple of wickets in his first over, Umar Faisal. Tossed up, a low full toss, another single. Now it all depends on Sanjay Pahal. We talk about the Sharjah after a flying start. They have just lost the plot in the last few overs.
Well, that's the role being entrusted to him, isn't it? Give the finishing touches. Make sure that Sharjah finish off on a high, carry the momentum through. And that's what they've done extremely well in this campaign here in this Emirates D10 2026. Slightly upish there, playing off the back foot. Well, they don't have to do anything out of the ordinary here, Mudassir. They've already got a boundary, and now if you can get 5 singles of the next 5 balls, you've got 9 runs of it. So that's exactly what they've done so far, certainly in pursuit of obtaining that. Last ball of the over coming up. Getting to the pitch of the ball there. So there we go. A 9-run over. Umar Farooq finishes off his spell. 2 for 19 of his 2 overs. 7 done. It's 78 for 4. So Ali Asgar coming in to bowl his second over. Well, 3 overs to go, Mudassir. Your thoughts with how much more can Sharjah get here?
It all depends on Sanjay Pahal. If he stays till the end, add another 35, maybe 115, 100, somewhere around 120. A wicketless so far, Ali Asgar Shams. Yogged himself, building up to go big, but beautifully bowled in the block hole. Smart, clever bowler, just 19 years old, Ali Asgar Shams. Big swing, just falling short of Anas Malik. The due factor on, good to see someone like Ali Asgar keeping things very tight.
Well, he reminds me a lot of Haider Ali. Very similar kind of action, Ali Asgar. Very similar kind of release. Well, this has been skied. Sanjay Pahal, when he hits it, it stays hit. That's landed into the stands. A magnificent stroke once again here by Sanjay Pahal. Well, he means business, doesn't he?
A slight error. It was a bit fuller on that 4th and 5th stump. Freeing up his arms, Sanjay Pahal. The first maximum for Pahal and a much needed maximum for Sharjah. Is it back to back? No, not a proper connection, but goes inside out, chased by the fielder, no stopping. So maximum followed by a boundary.
What a stroke once again. Not trying to hit the ball too hard. Yes, he did get the toe end of the bat. Not the best of his connections. But still, he's managed to clear the infield. And on this outfield, when you do that, you will get full value for shots. Well, Sanjay Pahal, well, he's running at the rate of knots, isn't he? Striking it at close to 300 now. 17 of 6 balls. Well, he's a rare breed, so to say the least, Mudassir. Very difficult to find finishers in today's day and age. Yes, when the fielders are up in the circle. We'll speak more about it in the next over. 8 done, it's 92 for 4. Samir Chand coming to the attack. 9th over now in progress. So just continuing our discussion from the previous over, Mudassir. We've seen the likes of batters like Michael Bevan. We've seen finishers like MS Dhoni, who are extremely rare. We had JP Dumini for South Africa. For Sri Lanka, we've had Angelo Matthews, who did a brilliant job coming at that number 5, number 6 position. That is such a difficult role to play, isn't it? And I feel for Sharjah, Sanjay Pahal, he's the man for the job.
How can you forget Abdul Razak of Pakistan? One of the best finishers I have seen in my life, coming at number 6 or 7. A good start by Chand. Rightly said, the domestic circuit is one of the best when it comes to get those runs in the death over. Sanjay Pahal. Few years back, we have seen the rise of Hafiz Almas. Because of injuries, not a regular in D series now, Hafiz Almas. And even Ali Nasi, the youngster playing for Dubai, a left-hand batter, a clean hitter of the cricket ball. Back of length, power of Sanjay Pahal, not able to clear, oh, he drops. Zainullah, an easy chance put on by Zainullah. He survives Sanjay Pahal.
Well, Fujairah, well, they've certainly shot themselves on the foot here. That was a tough chance. He had a bit more room behind him. He had it on the back of his mind that maybe he was very close to that line. But in the process, just manages to put it over the boundary ropes as well. Well, this is Kaid. There's a chance here. And this time, the catch has been taken. The very previous ball, he dropped one. This one, he makes sure that he hangs on to it. And this is a big, big wicket here.
From 0 to hero. Put on an easy chance, but now he's taken a tough one. Running forward, all eyes open. It's a big blow. But a quick 24 of just 10 deliveries. He did the damage, couple of fours, couple of maximums. Look at the striker, 240, 98 for the loss of 5, Sharjah.
So 98 for 5. Samir Chand picking up that big wicket of Sanjay Pahal. After being hit for a 6 of the previous ball, in walks a new batter, Keshav Sharma, at number 7. 9 deliveries remaining. Can they finish it off with a flurry here? Nicely bowled there into the pitch. Always tough for a new batter to get going.
Battle with few injuries. Samir Chand now making a comeback in the domestic circuit. Student of legend fast bowler of UAE, Zahoor Khan. That is why We have seen those cutters not afraid to bowl back off lane to Sanjay Pahal, rolling his fingers and got better of Sanjay. What a comeback after going for a maximum. In the block hole, unlucky, not getting that support from the wicket keeper. 4 runs and 100 comes up for Sharjah.
Well, cricket's a cruel game, isn't it, sometimes? You bowl one of the best deliveries in the game just to get penalized with 4 byes. That was mightily close to the off stump. But Sharjah, they're certainly not going to mind as long as runs come anyway. But also, surprisingly, the umpire's given it runs. So I think perhaps maybe there was a bit of an inside edge or bottom edge perhaps that managed to evade the wicket keeper. Anyways, Keshav Sharma's off the mark. A brilliant Yorker. And once again, it's another boundary. Well, Pyara thought, well, you don't want to be in Samir Chand's shoes at this stage. He'll be absolutely devastated. He finishes his spell, 2 overs, 1 for 23, 9 done, 106 for 5. So Mohsin comes to bowl the last over of the innings. 106 on the board. Well, nicely bowled there, just inside that line that belongs to the umpire. They need to have a good finish here, isn't it, Mudassar, just to carry that momentum through to the next innings. But I believe Fujairah, after getting that wickets early on, have come back quite well. They've limited the opposition. Sharjah at one stage were going at close to 14 runs and over. So on that context, they've done pretty well to keep the opposition down to 106 for 5 now.
Struggling. Mohammad Halan tonight, just not able to find those boundaries. This is the beauty of this shorter format. 5 overs, the batting side, they dominated, and all of a sudden, what a comeback, picking those wickets at the right time. Fujairah team, but still in control. I would say Sharjah. They can add another 7-8 runs. 150 is a very good total defend on this track.
Well, they've got a very good bowling attack as well. Sharjah. Fujairah will once again rely very heavily on Nurul Ayubi, who was devastating last night, scored a brilliant 75, set them on the course of victory. They'll expect him to do a repetition of that again today. Whoa. There could have been a run out, but not to be the case. So 3 more balls, 108 on the board. Can they get at least a couple of boundaries here?
Couple of lucky boundaries in the previous over of Samir Chand that helped Sharjah to move into hundreds, 3-digit mark. Halan, he needs to find a boundary here. 8 of just 9. So far a boundaryless over by Mohammad Mohsin. Good strike. Clears his front leg and no chance for tall Ryan. Full stretch but no stopping. At last a boundary from the blade of Halan.
Yeah, loose delivery there by Mohsin. Easy pickings for a batter of the caliber of Mohammad Halan. That was on the pads, it was full. All he had to do was get enough connection. And he certainly did that to perfection there. Mohsin proving to be quite expensive. He's gone for 31 runs off his 1.4 overs. Sharjah, well, 112 now on the board already. 2 more deliveries remaining. Well, this is now turning out to be a very, very good total. Certainly take some doing here for Fujairah. Oh, that's nicely played. Behind square. Fielder will cut it off. What's his name? It's Umar Faisal with a very good effort. Just keeps it down to a couple of runs.
A good effort put in by the young Faisal. So 8 so far, 114 on board. Gone for plenty of runs. The premier fast bowler Mohammad Mohsin not having a good game. Wicketless so far. The final delivery of the first innings of this game. Harlan on strike. What a drive. Beautifully managed. Fumble by Nurul Ayubi. Are they going to come back for second? Yes, couple of runs. So 10 runs from that final over. So Sharjah at the end of first innings, all they could manage is 116 for the loss of 5. Harlan remain unbeaten on 16 and Keshav Sharma on 9.
It's been a good effort here by Team Sharjah. 116 is certainly a very good score on this surface. They've got some gun bowlers in the bowling lineup. They'll certainly be very confident, especially wickets up early will be the call of the hour for Team Sharjah when they come out to bowl. But runs on the board, always effective. That's what transpired for Team Sharjah. Vriitya Aravind, that champ, look at that, 42 of 19 balls, setting the stage early on. And then some early wickets there, Nafis and Khalid Shah, not able to carry on. Halan and Sanjay Pahal came to the party. A quick fire 24 of 10 balls just enabled them to propel that score to 116 for 5. 9 extras to go with it. And, well, it's been a very, very good score. For the bowlers, Samir Chand, 1 for 23. Muhammad Umar Faisal, 2 wickets for 19. But the pick of the bowlers was that man again, Nurullah Ayubi, 2 wickets for 11 runs off his 2 overs with an excellent economy rate of 5.50. Some late wickets there, just perhaps may have saved them another 5 to 10 additional runs. Well, this is how things transpired when things began. It's that magician with the bat. Vriitya Aravind did some glorious strokes to all around the park. Some brilliant hitting. Some great improvisation. Well, he was a proper 360 player, wasn't he? Certainly showing us his prowesses with the bat. And certainly making a very serious statement to all those concerned. Went to the national selectors. He scored a lot of runs for UAE as well, and that was the breakthrough. Khalid Shah came with a bang, and then just to get caught out by the third man fielder. And then wickets kept tumbling in regular intervals. A couple of lusty blows. Thereafter, Sanjay Pahal came to the party just before getting caught out there by Zainullah once again. A couple of streaky boundaries behind the wicket keeper. And then right there towards the finish, we had Mohammad Halan. Just put the icing on the cake here for Team Sharjah as they wrap their innings for 117 and setting, 116 and setting a target of 117 for victory for Fujairah in pursuit of it. Well, they've got to go at a rain rate of 11.7 runs and over. Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the run chase of Team Fujairah. Stay tuned.
Good evening, cricket fans, and welcome back to match number 20 of the 2026 Emirates D10. It was Sharjah, after being invited to bat first, posted a score of 116 thanks to the sensational innings of Vriitya Aravind and a quick-fire cameo from Sanjay Pahal, propelling them beyond the 110 mark. But overall, I think Fujairah did a pretty tidy job with the ball in hand, considering the vast difference in resources. 2 wickets apiece for Nurullah Ayubi and the young leg spinner Mohammad Umar Faisal, who bowled really well, and Sameer Chand chipping in with a wicket as well. It was a good opening partnership provided by Vriitya and Nafis, but they just kept chipping away and in the end have managed to restrict Sharjah to a manageable score. But batting has been the Achilles heel for Fujairah in this edition of the D10. Can they get a quick start in the power play? Time will tell. Pranav Mehta alongside me in the comm box once again. Good evening, and I hope you're enjoying your first day here at the D10.
A very good evening to you, Ahmed, and everybody around the world. What a moment to be here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Action on offer, under lights, glowing. It's like a well-dressed bride that is ready to get wed.
Absolutely. And well, are they ready to go, the Fujairah openers? That is the question. It certainly will not be straightforward, especially when the new ball in the hand of a cricketer called Wasim Akram. Literally left arm fast. Not as great as the legend himself, but plenty skilled in his own right. Steaming in first ball. Zainullah searching for a drive through extra cover. Just a miscue. But he certainly does have the ability to go hard in the power play. It's going to be Nurullah and Zainullah opening the innings for Fujairah. Wasim Akram have missed out on a few match days, but good to see him out there for Team Sharjah. Very fine proponent with the new ball.
There's certainly going to be a certain amount of pressure on Fujairah. 117 is going to be a mighty task, especially with the kind of quality that Sharjah has.
Shy at the stumps from Khalid Shah. That was a tight single, but Zainullah will be relieved to get off the mark. Let's take a look here. I think he may have made it in time. Oh yeah, he was veering away. That is always a big no-no. That will frustrate the coaching staff. You always want to run in as straight a trajectory as possible. Meanwhile, Nurullah Ayubi, he's a dasher. He likes to go hard at all times. Will need to be careful against Wasim Akram if he can get that ball to swing into the right-hander. Quick bouncer, a wake-up call.
A very good delivery, just to make sure that the batters stay real. Nugget and shot, it was sharp, right over the head of the batter. Decent height as well, Vriitya Aravind. Always a delight when the keeper is collecting the ball somewhere around the waist height or higher.
Yeah, psychologically, it really does motivate the fast bowler when he bends his back and gets that carry off the surface. I think it's just quickened up under the floodlights. It was slightly sluggish in the first 2 games. Scores were around the mid-80s, 70s. But as the floodlights have taken over, it's just coming onto the bat that much nicer. So it could be a slight advantage, just a slight advantage for Fujairah in the run chase. Time will tell if they can pull it off. Change in the field. The point fielder comes in. 2-man drop deep on the onside. That's a fabulous square drive from Nurullah. What glorious timing, and the balance, magnificent.
When you can play shots like that, you're always going to be in control. No wonder he allowed the previous delivery to go, because he certainly believes he can score boundaries as well, holding on to his shape. And that is where it was a special effort from Nurullah. Certainly a shot like that gives him a lot of confidence. Can he make an impact? Can he make a big impact in the power play? That's the question. Shot and wonderful delivery.
You can tell that the short ball is playing on his mind. Wasim Akram treated him with a bumper first ball. And since then, Nurullah, he was very good to get to the pitch of the ball on that square drive, but anything back of a good length, he's just looking a bit perturbed. He doesn't want to face the fire.
At the moment, Nurullah is a player of two halves. Extremely good, extremely mediocre. Which one's this gonna be?
Oh, top edge over the keeper. Didn't know much about it, but he'll take the result. A streaky 4.
Certainly runs matter. Doesn't matter how they come. 9 runs of the first over for Sharjah, 9 runs of the first over for Fujairah as well.
Ayan Afzal Khan, world-class all-rounder. A Sharjah product through and through. He'll be sharing the new ball. Bowling from the Bukhater end. Right on the money first ball. Zainullah, he does have the tendency to go across the line for that slog sweep. So he needs to be very, very careful here against Ayan Afzal Khan, who would be looking to set him up with that arm delivery. Oh, was trying to cut the spin. Got himself in a tangle.
I'm not sure if you've noticed, but in the evening there was sharp bit of turn, but under lights, once the dew probably has settled in, the ball has started to skid on, and that's where batting has got much easier.
Oh, was there some bat involved? Well, it would have been a reflex catch from Vriitya, was unsighted. And you're absolutely right. The dew is playing its part this late evening. Oh, it was just off the inner thigh of that left leg. But you can see he's just trying to be a bit too fanciful against Ayan Afzal Khan, who's just nagging away on that good length. This is superb bowling. Outstanding.
No two thoughts about the quality of Ayan, but I still feel that it's early days for him. He still has to make a big name for himself in the international circuit in the 20-over format. I think in the 50-over format he's really good.
He's really improved. Big, thick inside edge. Didn't know much about it, Zainullah. Yeah, especially in the recent D20, he was absolutely unplayable. Really getting that ball to rip off the surface. He's developed that strength in his fingers, and now he can really impart a lot of turn, even on placid surfaces. Took a bit of time for him to find that. You need that if you are to succeed. At the 20-over level, you need to have something extra. His accuracy was always there. Punchy drive, and just in front of the long off. But an outstanding over, only a couple of runs off it. Great power play session for Sharjah. 11 for no loss. So another left arm tweaker coming into the game. Keshav Sharma have chosen to keep the floating power play option for now. Fujairah, I'm not sure why, to be quite honest. It's a miscue, but just in front of the long on. Well, the required run rate has already ballooned up to above 13. So why wait to take the floating power play here, Pranav? What are they thinking?
Probably they would want to go for the floating power play against the likes of Ayan. Lesser number of fielders in the deep means some chance to get boundaries. Although I'm not sure if that's a great idea because they were just able to get a couple of runs in the power play to him.
Yeah, they were finding it difficult to deal with him, and they're finding it difficult versus Keshav as well. Sometimes it can be a tough format for young top order batters. That muscle memory takes over in the pressure of a big chase. Pinged away over point. That's a good shot. And Noorullah is looking good.
Shot of desperation. Things were certainly not working for Fujairah. And that is where this boundary will relieve a little bit of pressure. It was fired in out of the arc of Noorullah and did well to recover from the difficult position that he put himself in.
Yeah, made a nice adjustment late just to carve it over that offside ring. And he's done him in, kept a touch low. And that is a simple stumping for Vriitya Aravind. Noorullah sent on his way and Keshav strikes.
Pressure created from Syed, 3 of 8, and that's where Noorullah was in a desperate situation to get boundary after boundary, even though he was striking at 200. But the pressure to keep going has resulted in him walking back to the dugout. 14 of 8 deliveries for him, as the first one is down for Fujairah.
So Mohammad Rayan Khan, tall, elegant left-hander coming in at 3. He certainly has that big hitting ability. Can deal in maximums, but a long way to go just yet. And it's so difficult to come back into the game once the power play session does not go in favor of you.
It's all because of the left arm spin. I'm so sure that, if given an opportunity, a team would probably carry 5 left arm spinners because the kind of control with which they bowl, it's very difficult. Big shot, slog sweep. Protection in the deep means just a single for them. 3 overs done, 19 for the loss of 1. Fujairah are struggling at the moment.
So it's going to be Anas Malik. Batted relatively well in the earlier fixture. For Fujairah, got 30 odd. He's been scoring consistently. Meanwhile, Khalid Shah, very much a part-timer, but useful dibbly-dobbly spin. When the required run rate is ballooned up to 15 per over, he can prove to be quite useful and difficult to get away. Oh, this will be plum. That one did not rise at all. It was a roller. And Khalid Shah, is he embarrassed or is he delighted? It's a mixture of both, the way he picked up that wicket.
I'm almost certain that if he's done that on purpose, I think that's a gem of a delivery. A half racker deserved a maximum, has resulted in a wicket. First ball dark for runners. Khalid gets his first.
So the skipper, Madav Manoj, in a lot earlier than he would have liked. And Khalid Shah has struck gold on the very first ball. Shocking delivery, to be fair, but just died when it hit the pitch halfway down. And unlucky Anas Malik. A lot fuller on that occasion, and out comes the drive. But already this game feels like it is beyond Fujairah's batting.
Certainly a required run rate just around 15, and that's where I think it's done and dusted for Fujairah. 3 wickets down and in all sorts of trouble. It's just the quality of Sharjah, isn't it?
They are looking like a well-oiled unit at the moment. All departments covered, especially when Vriitya Aravind is in full flow. They've always had the bowling strength. But it's just about the batting coming good on the day. Nice looking drive, but singles and even doubles will not hurt Sharjah at this stage.
Just need a couple of boundaries to get back on track. At the moment, things are just looking very difficult for Fujairah. A young side, but they need to do justice to their talent. It's one thing to have the quality. Big shot. It will go for a maximum. It's a much needed maximum from the captain's bat.
Superb execution of the slog sweep. Got down low, clean strike. And yep, just beyond. He has got that power, Madav Manoj. Maybe should be batting at 3 to be able to give that oomph to the batting lineup if the openers do not provide it. All along the carpet on this occasion. It's just if you get that one maximum in the over, 11, 12, 13 runs become a very reasonable possibility.
You're right, but a maximum is just not enough at the moment. I think they probably want one maximum and probably one boundary in every over to relax that nerves, to reduce the pressure. At the moment, 11 runs from this over and a wicket. 4 overs done, 29 for the loss of 3.
So Sanjay Pahal about to roll his arm over. Looks like he's going to both spin rather than medium pace this evening. Or is it going to be medium pace? Yeah, the normal stuff. Oh, is this long enough? It's a miscue. Just beyond the mid-wicket. Rayan will breathe a sigh of relief. His first boundary.
There's something with the first delivery and half trackers. Pahal starts with a half tracker. And happy to tonk it around. Yes, a good effort, but just in vain at deep mid wicket. It's a good start for the over for Fujairah. They need to continue.
You need 14 per over, so this has got to be big. No half measures. Trying to crack that behind point. Big toe end of the bat, only a single. Sanjay Pahal has been dealing with a elbow issue I've been noticing over the last 2-3 match days, so maybe might not be at his absolute 100%, but still soldiering on for the side.
The problem is that even if you're batting at a strike rate of 200, you're playing against your team. That's not good enough. You need to have a strike rate of 250. That's the kind of intent with which you need to play at the moment. Madav. Dot ball is going to be for the prize of gold for Sharjah at the moment.
Yeah, he's a good seam bowler. Hits the deck, that heavy ball. Can be difficult to get away and can swing it in the right conditions as well, Sanjay Pahal. He's been a terrific find for the UAE domestic scene over the last 18 months. Thrashed away past the mid-off. That's a top shot from the skipper.
9 runs of the first 4. Certainly the kind of over that they were looking for. Inside out on this occasion, just over mid-off. This is good intentful batting from Fujairah. Trying to make a comeback. They'll need to finish this over well still. They need a boundary more.
Finally, some momentum coming in after a dull power play. Well, he'll take it. A big heave-ho towards the onside, but it goes through the slip cordon.
Lucky runs. Certainly working for the captain, Madav. Trying to throw the kitchens and get it, but just the outside edge past Vriitya Aravind. 13 runs of this over. Still falling behind that required run rate. Still needs a couple of runs. That's the kind of pressure that is there on Fujairah at the moment.
Yeah, that was the kitchen sink and the garage door at that one all together. However they come, they'll take it. No worries. Excellent Yorker, good comeback delivery. But it's a good over for Fujairah, building up ahead of steam. 42 for 3 at the halfway stage. 75 of 5 is certainly not impossible.
Joining me in the com box for the last 5 overs of the day, Atiq, the local lad. Atiq, how is the environment here in Dubai, in the entire UAE? The team is supposed to be flying tomorrow. At the same time, the D10 is setting high standards here.
Well, Pranav, it certainly is an absolute pleasure, first and foremost, sharing the com box with you all the way across the border from our neighboring Oman, coming all the way here. And yes, absolutely, the atmosphere is electric indeed. A lot of excitement, certainly here in the UAE domestic cricket with the talent that's been oozing around. And certainly some lovely times ahead even for UAE cricket on the whole. I'm sure you're witnessing it firsthand with the kind of talents that we have here. And this has been skied. This is in the air, the fielder coming under, and the catch has been taken. That is, I believe, is that Mohammad Nafis. Just need to confirm who the fielder is, but that was a full toss that had to be put out, but misses out on that timing there.
Pressure was certainly piling on. Previous over was able to manufacture probably 13 or 14 runs, but still not good enough. And that's where Rayan looking for a maximum. In the process, he's going to be walking back to the dugout because Nafis was just good enough at long on. 75 of 29, and it almost looks impossible at the moment with the kind of quality that is provided by Sharjah.
Well, they've been absolutely brilliant, haven't they? They were outstanding with the bat, posted a very formidable score. And now they've been absolutely outstanding with the ball. Irfan Yusufzai picking up the wicket of his very first ball of his spell. Well, he's a very well-known name, Irfan Yusufzai, one of the fastest going around. He can certainly clock around 130 Ks. He's known as a sidearm specialist as well, Irfan Yusufzai, training a lot of youngsters. And he can certainly clock around 150 Ks with that sidearm. And, well, he's got a wicket on the first ball. Ahmed gets off the mark straight away on the very first ball. But yes, it certainly does look like a very steep task at this stage for Team Fujairah.
I think let's put you under the pump. Tell me 3 players that you're looking forward to representing the national side. Yes, the national side of UAE is a strong one, but 3 players that could probably be the future of UAE. Right in the block hole, brilliant delivery. Irfan is looking impossible to play cricket against.
Well, that's a very, very good question. That's like certainly picking a needle in a haystack, isn't it? There's so much of talent out there. Picking up 3 names, well, that certainly is a very tough task. But if you ask me, one of them was somebody that we've witnessed today, I'd say is Israr Ahmed being one of them. He's an absolute champ. Today certainly broke a record here in the domestic as well. That's a nicely played shot to the boundary towards mid-off there by the captain, Madav Manoj. So Israr Ahmed scored a brilliant 50 of 12 balls today, setting a record. He's definitely one of them who's a very raw talent, to say the least. Well, another couple of players that certainly come to my mind. Well, you see Mohammad Nafis out there. He's not really performed yet. He's just still 16 years of age. But he's a load of talent. He's been privately coached by Chamin Dawas himself. He's from Sri Lanka, Mohammad Nafis. And Chamin Dawas has a very keen eye on him and have invited to play the Premier Division level back home as well in summer this year. So certainly that's another talent to look forward to for the future for UAE. And you talk about youngsters, I'd like to make a special mention about Ajay Kumar, the left-arm pace bowler. He's again got very good shoulder on his head, hit those death over those Yorkers and has those slower ball deliveries. Very special talent. Well, this is once again just some names that just come on the top of my mind. And certainly very exciting times for UAE cricket looking forward. We'll discuss more about it in the next over. 6 overs done, 49 for 4.
I think one player that I'm looking forward to, whom I saw firsthand, that was first visual of that player in Oman. I still remember that knock in the Oman Cricket Academy Oval 2. Unbelievable gameplay, Vriitya Aravind. And the way he performed for UAE in that game, and not just that game, but throughout that tournament, it was 2022. I was having a word with Ahmed in the previous stint of the quality of Vriitya Aravind. And that is where I'm such a big fan. 50 up for Fujairah, but still not good enough. They still need 67 and 3.5 overs. But Vriitya Aravind, that's one player that I'm looking forward to contributing a lot to UAE.
Well, he's been recognized as definitely a special skill. He's already been capped by the UAE. Yes, he definitely deserves another go at the UAE circuit. He certainly is a talent that has been nurtured from a very young age. And I seriously feel for him that he's missed the cut for the World Cup as well. But he definitely, you're absolutely right. We saw today again firsthand the glimpse of what Vriitya Aravind can possess, especially even in the shorter and the longer formats as well.
Even in the IL T20, I think Vriitya Aravind, he's a talent to watch out for. I think it's still very early days for him. Not able to hold on to the shape. That's been the issue for the entire Fujairah team. Yes, Madav just around the 200 mark, but still not good enough because the pressure has already built on the required 100 just next to 200, just next to 20.
Well, certainly exciting times indeed. Well, this has been skied. There's a chance. Mohammad Nafis, it is once again. Well, he's got hands that are like buckets. Another wicket falls for Team Fujairah.
Desperate times, desperate measures not working for Fujairah at the moment because the quality of Sharjah is just too good for Fujairah at the moment. A young side is crumbling under pressure. Ahmed is going to be walking back and he's going to be the latest victim. 4 runs of 5 deliveries.
Well, half the side back in the dugout here for Team Fujairah. Mustafa comes in at number 7. Last ball of the over. Another brilliant spell here by Ayan. Well, he's been absolutely magnificent. Just look at that for some numbers. Well, oh, last ball of the over. And he's conceded a boundary. Very unfortunate, but nevertheless, look at those for figures. 1 for 10 of his 2 overs. He's been absolutely brilliant. 7 overs done, it's 57 for 5.
Just 10 runs in his 2 overs and a wicket. Ayan is a special player. And I feel, yes, he's already made a name for himself, but if you ask me, he's just starting to make name for himself. He's only growing in stature with every passing day. Keshav, watch out for him as well. I think great day is coming. Big tonk on the leg side. And just when we were appreciating the quality of Keshav, Madav is just not giving up still. A maximum for Madav.
Well, that's a loose ball. You cannot afford to drop dollies to a batter of the caliber of Madav Manoj. Well, he will feast you for breakfast, lunch and dinner all day long. If you bowl that line and length to him, that was easy pickings. Madav moves on to 29 of 13. Required run rate touching close to 20 runs and over. It certainly is a very, very heavy task to say the least here for Fujairah. Well, that's another boundary over extra covers. Getting on the back foot and smashing it in front of square. The runs are beginning to come now thick and fast.
Using the pace of Keshav on this occasion, going deep into his crease. He's a good player, not only of the front foot but also of the back foot, and that's where he's a special player. I think he's batting a little too low. for his liking. And an inexperienced side as Fujairah, I think he needs to be batting a little higher. Dancing down the track on this occasion. He's a brilliant fielder, but not on this occasion.
Well, we've just spoken high praises about Mohammad Nafis. And now he drops a dolly. That was an easy one. Well, there you see, he himself has set very high standards to himself there, Mohammad Nafis. Just at 16, 17 years old, he's already made a very heavy name for himself. But that one, I'll tell you, he'll not want to have a look at the replay again. A quick single been taken. Nicely played there. But already 11 runs have come off the first 3 balls. Yes, it does look like the game is Sharjah. It's in the bag for Sharjah, but cricket is a funny game, isn't it? It's not over till it's over.
Oh, we are just exaggerating. It's over. You need a miracle, and miracles don't happen every day. Oh, what a wonderful shot. Madav is just not giving it up. He doesn't like my comments, and immediately he struck a boundary between that backed offside field.
Well, that's again a quicker one here. Outside off stump, Madav Manoj rocking on the back foot and then placing it behind square, bisecting the 2 fielders inside the circle to perfection. Now this over has already gone for 16 runs. The required rate is 20. They have 1 more ball. Can he get a boundary here? Well, I think he made the smart choice, just dropped it down towards mid-wicket for a single to keep strike. Well, he needs to harness the maximum strike here if Fujairah are to get towards the touching distance. 74 for 5 at the end of the 8th over. Alright, so the floating power play has been taken. Madav Manoj, 39 of 17. He's batting beautifully out there, going at a strike rate of close to 250. Well, it's the last throw of the dice here for Team Fujairah. Can Madav Manoj actually do the impossible here? 43 runs required of 2 overs. Well, it's not impossible, but certainly perhaps you can say improbable. And it's going to be Sanjay Pahal now who comes into the attack. Well, that's got the outside edge of the bat. And the ball's flying away towards the boundary for 4. Well, Pranav, my friend, this is certainly hotting up.
What an incredible movement to get a boundary. Ayan would be wondering if he could have just charged in a little early, but I think it was always going to be running towards the boundary. He's not giving up, Madav. The captain leading from the front, but towards the end he would still be wondering what if he could have just come in probably 10 balls earlier, right in the block hole, and that's where he's not even looking at the partner.
Well, the right call, isn't it? He's going to be the last hope here for Fujairah. It already does seem that, as you mentioned, perhaps had he come a bit earlier, things could have been a bit more different. But it's not going to be easy, I'll tell you, because Sanjay Pahal, he's an experienced campaigner. Can hit the ball hard into the pitch. But this is going to be a very, very crucial period of play here.
Oh, it's almost done. Needs a boundary on every delivery. Big shot towards the leg side. And that's where the problem is. Every ball he needs a boundary. And that's where it's almost impossible. And he knows it probably. Probably he just knows it.
Yeah, it's too little too late, doesn't it? 80 for 5, but certainly full marks here for intent by Madav Manoj. He's certainly giving it his all, certainly fighting a lone battle here. 37 required. Just 5 runs away from what would be a brilliant half century if he gets there. And now he just gets a single. So there you go. You can certainly see that sigh of surrender from Madav Manoj.
He does realize that it's all but over. Mathematically still possible, but practically it's way past impossible.
You're absolutely right there. That's played fine down towards the third man. They come back for a couple. An excellent running by the two batters. Well, I think once again, you can see that Madav Manoj is very hesitant to come back for that second. But there is just one ball remaining. Well, now of course, with the required rate, touching 30 runs and over, well, it's certainly done and dusted indeed.
Really feel that Mustafa is going to be playing a paddle here. They're already mocking Fujairah with the number of fielders inside the circle. Not much that Mustafa can do here. A heave is only going to result in a dot ball. 9 overs done, 83 for the loss of 5. Mystery spinner Khalid is going to be coming into the attack, and the only reason I call him a mystery spinner is because probably even he doesn't know what he's going to be doing.
Well, yes, certainly indeed. He's certainly a character there, Khalid Shah. Captain of Sharjah. He's an absolute talent as well. Here we go. He's got 6 balls. That's hit down the ground. And there we go. Officially, that's the game done and dusted. So Sharjah, all smiles. They've managed to secure another 2 points on the table. Certainly putting them right at the top 3, top 4 on the table list. Certainly a team to watch out for, this team. Just bowl those floaters in, isn't it? No pace whatsoever.
I think, did you get a chance to see that wicket of Khalid?
Yes, of course, he was... you cheeky man, Khalid Shah. He loves to play those games, trying to mankad Madav Manoj on the other end. I just knocked around for a single. Well, the bare minimum that Mustafa can do is just hand it over back to the captain, so then at least he could get to the personal milestone of his. Certainly thoroughly deserved it the way he's played. Well, perhaps thought maybe another batter or two from the other end, some support, and Fujairah could have certainly got over the line. Well, he's trying to get going, but this time he manages to get it down the ground for a boundary. Finally, Madav Manoj gets to a half century. A brilliant 51 of 23 balls. Well, it's just too little too late.
He's been exceptional for Fujairah. In a team where nobody has got going, Madav Manoj has held the head high. He's batted till the end, 51 of 23. And a heave on the leg side on this occasion. It's going to be a drop catch. But you can't complain much about Madav Manoj. Yes, he's got a few opportunities in that 51, but he's been exceptional. He stood out amongst the entire side.
Well, he was a class apart, Madav Manoj. Certainly leading from the front. Khalid Shah not very amused by that drop catch in the deep there by Wasim Akram. Look where he's bowling at. Well, a dot ball to end it. So that's the game done and dusted. Fujairah falling short by 26 runs. But well spared a thought for Madav Manoj. He played extremely well. Sharjah winning by a massive margin of 25 runs to once again secure another 2 points to their table. And the last 3 games, winning 3 games on the trot, will certainly do their team a world of good as far as the morale is concerned.
Certainly, probably a little bit of time for Fujairah to rethink their strategy. Probably Madav Manoj could probably come right at the top as well to make a little bit of an impact in the power play. But those are things that will be discussed through the evening and probably through tomorrow. But at the moment, what a win for Sharjah. They're looking like an unbeatable side, especially with the likes of Vriitya Aravind.
Well, they certainly are. Indeed. Khalid Shah leading from the front along with Vriitya Aravind. That man, these two senior pros have together shouldered the burden of the Sharjah team and are certainly taking their team places in this Emirates D10 2026. It's certainly been a comprehensive victory, a team effort. They've batted well, they've bowled extremely well. And they certainly are a team that are to look out for in this Emirates D10. Some serious players amidst their ranks. Vriitya Aravind today batted beautifully for that brilliant 40-odd. And this is what transpired as far as the batting was concerned. Nothing much to talk about right at the top of the order. Nurul Ayubi getting a start. He was stumped by Vriitya Aravind for 14. And then it was just the captain's show. Madav Manoj, 53 of 25. 0 extras. Very, very disciplined effort here by the bowlers of Sharjah. Well, the bowlers, a wicket apiece for Ayan Khan, who's the most economical out of the lot. Just 1 wicket, just giving away 10 runs and picked up a wicket off his 2 overs. A wicket for Keshav Sharma. Khalid Shah and Irfan Yusufzai has been the story of the night for Team Sharjah with their bowling effort. Sharjah winning by 25 runs. And certainly a day full of action finally comes to an end. Well, this is the game highlights. Began with a bang. Nurullah Ayubi got going. And then there was the stumping. The big wicket of Nurullah Ayubi. And that one stayed low. Khalid Shah picking up a wicket. Wickets kept tumbling in regular intervals from all sides. Just could not get going. And then that was when you had the captain, Madav Manoj, come in and play some lusty blows to all parts of the park. Some very good catching, ground catchers as well, taking their chances. That youngster Nafis, very safe pair of hands in spite of dropping one later on. And it was the captain with that brilliant knock right there towards the end. Very unfortunate to emerge on the losing end. And then that was the way he brings up his half century, Madav Manoj, just to end the innings, with Sharjah getting over the line comfortably. Khalid Shah with some sincere praise there to that youngster Madav Manoj, appreciating the innings. Well, that's the innings done and dusted. So game number 20 complete here in the Emirates D10 2026. And that is the match summary. Sharjah batting first, scoring a very good score on the board, 116 for 5, with Vriitya Aravind right at the top. A brilliant knock of 42 of 19, and Sanjay Pahal coming there towards the latter part of the innings, scoring a brilliant 24, helping them post 116 on the board, with Nurul Ayubi picking up a couple of wickets along with Mohammad Umar Faisal. Fujairah in response, 91 for 5 in that 10 overs, falling short by 25 runs. That effort from Madav Manoj going in vain. Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will have Ahmed Khawaja with the post-match presentation. Stay tuned.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 20 of the 2026 Emirates D10. It was the encounter between Fujairah and Sharjah. It was Sharjah who were, of course, looking to post a score, and they managed that 116, and in the end they defended it quite comfortably. It's time to present the winner's medal to the player of the match. That will be awarded by an esteemed match referee, and of course it had to be Vriitya Aravind for his outstanding knock of 42 of just 19 deliveries, 5 boundaries and 3 maximums, and he really set the stage alight here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Ritz, massive congrats to you. I just want to ask you about the nature of the wicket here as compared to the early afternoon matches and the later evening ones.
Well, of course, there's a bit of dew on, so I think the ball comes onto the bat a bit. I think we changed the strip to the other side, so it's a bit lower than the one we're used to, but I enjoy batting there, so it's all good.
Well, we certainly watching you bat the way you did today. 3 maximums that you hit today, which one did you enjoy the most?
I think the one over long off towards the long part, I think that was the first one. I think that was pretty good.
And of course, yet another player of the match winner's medal for you. Who would you like to dedicate this to?
I dedicated this to my friends in Legends Cricket Academy. I think when no one was there to support me, when I got dropped, there was no place to train. I think they were the ones who took me in and let me train with them. So I think this one goes to them.
Well, you were on fire tonight. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, that's all from the post-match ceremony. That's all from the D10 for this evening. Of course, more action tomorrow, 3 p.m. local time. So we'll see you then. Take care, God bless, and good night.